week we finished organizing and planning all of our code base and started writing implementations of all the different components so that we can start testing. To that aim, we started using the SFX Smart Dashboard, learned how to use the libraries for the NavX IMU, as well as added a layer of abstraction to the current motor controller objects.
In the programming team at Robotics, we do a lot of coding, as we hopefully should. We started our code base, which is basically our code for the entire season split up into many different tiny parts that we then integrate together. For one of them, for example, we called it Dual MG Drivetrain, and what it did is it moved the motors. Then we had another one that got input from the joysticks and then called the motor function to do stuff.
So far, the build team has been building the robot, obviously. We're working on building the chassis, so we have our chassis over there. That's what all the noise in the background is. Those guys are working on that. We are right now figuring out how to support the chassis for heavy loads. If you've seen this year's game reveal, there's a lot of bumping and knocking and all that sort of stuff happening. So we're working on supporting the chassis and building an electronics plate right now. And in addition to working on the chassis, we've also been prototyping a shooter to score in the low goal. So that's one of the things we've been working on. We have a wooden prototype right now, and we just ordered parts to make a metal full prototype to test our idea, and then we'll make our final version to go on the actual robot. That's pretty cool.
This week we have two projects. We're currently prototyping the chassis, a shear plate, and we're also working on creating the ball retrieval device. On the chassis, we're making a shear plate so that we have more space to work on, and also that we can keep our robot more stable and it won't bend as much when it's going over the rough terrain or the rough.